Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy! Hey folks, this is episode number 162. This week we do not have a guest, so we're just going to do a little bit of Rockpourri here. I will start out. Shout outs by Alan. Did I do that right, Dennis?
Pretty close.
You did it great. You did it real good.
All right. Facebook shout outs this week for episode 161. Brian Harris, Jay Skabluski, David Cathy, Bill Elam. Twitter shout outs go to Squib Kick Records, Jen Woodward, and JM. And Hairnet Radio. I can't forget that guy. Bo's a great dude. Also, Dave Cathy, he always retweets and reshares and posts and all of that good stuff. So thank you all for your shares and retweets. We do appreciate it. And if you retweeted it or shouted out and I didn't mention you, either tag me on that post or just yell at me and call me an idiot. I'm used to that. So
Idiot. Oh, sorry.
Tag him in the balls.
Oh, by the way, tag him in the balls. By the way, Dennis, Bill, and Alan all also shared that as well.
Well, those are great guys. I like those guys. Well, I like most of those guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like about a third of those guys.
All right. So my
third.
big news for this. I told you guys that I was going to go to the Kiss concert in Indianapolis, and then I realized, oh, crap, I've got an obligation. Well, I talked to the guy that I had the obligation with, and he's like, oh, no, that gig got canceled. I'm like, can you confirm that? He's like, yeah, I'll confirm it tomorrow. So he sent me a text message. This is your confirmation that event has, in fact, been canceled. So now I'm going to go see Kiss in Indy on August 31st.
Awesome.
And the best part about it is my friend bought the 4-pack of tickets for $99, and I'm buying one of those tickets. How much did you pay for your tickets, Dennis?
About $60-something a piece. I know. I went too early, but
now was that $60-something a piece with the Ticketmaster fees?
With the Ticketmaster fees,
well,
yes.
I'm sure that's the same price then, because the $99 for 4 tickets probably gets all of those
You're probably
fees
getting them cheaper,
on.
though.
I don't know.
Because I ended up getting 2 of those tickets, so I'm about $120 in for 2 tickets, and I'm sure that probably you'll pay about.
To get them that way, for
yeah.
Sure.
I just didn't think that they would pull it. I figured, as the way that these shows have been selling, I figured that
it's 18,000 there.
True.
It's not 13 and 9 and 10. It's 18. Right. So.
Okay. They're trying to pack it.
Nonetheless, before the Kiss cruise, I will have seen Kiss 3 times on this tour, which is a new record for me because I've only ever seen Kiss twice on a tour, and that was on the reunion and the farewell tours.
And considering the fact that you're only going to go once,
right,
to start with,
and considering Dennis wasn't going to go at all,
and now he's going to go 3 times at least.
Well, I'm certainly not going to turn down a free ticket. And I don't blame you. I'm not going to turn down a ticket for like $25.
No.
So.
Well, I got offered tickets to Nashville.
Yeah, I saw that.
I can't go. I mean, I just that's the day before that's 2 days before I leave to go to Jacksonville, and I just can't. I got projects due at work, and
you could drive on the way. You could drive down there.
No. I'm flying. I'm flying to Jacksonville. I'm driving down there.
Gotcha.
And speaking of the Nashville show, 2:00. On April 9th, I'm going to be at the Broadway Brew House. I couldn't think of the name of the
Broadway
Brew House. I posted it on my Facebook page. If you're in Nashville to see the Kiss show, stop by the Broadway Brew House, hunt me up, say hi or whatever, wish me happy birthday. Don't get me drunk, though. I still got to see the show.
I thought you were buying drinks.
That's
so you
not
didn't
what,
get drunk.
That's not
I
what
seen
I
that was
said.
300 Broadway. How close is that to the stadium?
It's within walking distance.
About 300 yards away.
Yeah. The Broadway Brew House, our hotel, and Bridgestone are all within walking distance.
Okay,
or
cool.
Depending on how much I drink, stumbling distance.
Yeah, we're going to be coming down after work, so I probably won't hit Nashville till probably around 6 o'clock. So
good luck with that, buddy.
Pushing.
Yeah.
No, Well, like I
Yeah,
said, the
you're gonna
show
be
is
at this
the doors
arena
open at
until
7:30,
9:30.
and then they're going to have at But I'm saying they're going to have plenty of time. So, and I got to meet David out front to get my tickets. So, anyway, speaking of tickets, let's talk about some little public service announcement about tickets. Our friend Lee Westy, uh, she bought some tickets through what was it?
Craigslist.
Craigslist. And Lee's no dummy. Lee's been to a million concerts. This guy came, met her, had actual tickets. I mean, they looked just like genuine tickets. 4 tickets had the actual receipt, supposed printed receipt out from Ticketmaster. She bought them, no problem at all. Didn't feel weird about it. Whatever. Got home and found out that they were fake. So always check that stuff. I don't know how you're going to check it. I guess the best thing to do is go through a verified site. I know Rodney, he's bought tickets through Craigslist like that, but I guess these tickets were, I mean, they looked real enough until she really got to looking at them. So
Well, that's what they do. I mean, I've sold some tickets before on Craigslist, and I bought one time, but yeah, I mean those guys that are making counterfeit tickets, they look like tickets.
yeah.
That's kind of like when they make counterfeit money, it looks like real money. I
All
mean,
you need
that's
is a good laser printer.
yeah, and
Well,
you got to
what
have
gets me is when you go to these concerts and you got a guy out front, he's selling a ticket. He's got basically a printout from your printer, with the ticket. Now the one like they do now. I mean, when you get the printed out ticket, so you don't get charged for to send you a ticket. What's to say for him to go take this thing and then make 15 copies of the same ticket and sell 15
nothing.
copies of it? That's
There's
what I'm
nothing to
saying.
keep
So the
them doing
first
it.
guy that goes through the door gets in, then the
Yep.
14 people after him, they're going, this ticket's already been scanned. I would be so scared to buy a ticket outside from a guy on the street. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like going, okay, I'll buy this from you, but you're going to walk with me to the scanner. And once this is scanned, you get your money. And he'll probably run at that point because he
When
knows
this is once this is scammed, and we
he got
realize that
scammed.
you've scammed us, then
It's bad enough that it's bad enough that Ticketmaster and all these other places or StubHub are fucking us in the butt, and then you got these other guys that are
well,
really
and
fucking in
you
the
saw the thing with Lee, right? So she ended up
right.
going to I mean, she's been on the news and all kinds of stuff down
Well,
there.
she said yesterday that she actually saw the guy again running the same ad on Craigslist last night, and she was just looking for somebody to say, hey, here's the guy again. Go get him.
Yep.
He's pulling the same scam.
Yeah, the cops should
So
be all over
this
that.
guy must not watch the news or must not look at the internet very often because
Or
his
he
face is
doesn't
all over.
care.
Doesn't care exactly.
He didn't care. I can tell you that.
Because those guys don't get caught, and the cops don't take they don't take the time to do it. But anyway, just be careful out there. When you're buying your shit, make sure you're buying it from reputable source or a friend of a friend, something like
Well,
that.
no, all of my friends are reputable.
That's true too. You gotta watch your
Especially that
friend.
one.
I was going to say I wouldn't buy a ticket from Dennis.
I got 14 tickets here, right here. But so anyway, I thought that was I thought that was kind of interesting this week. That was kind of interesting. What was some other things we had to talk about this week, guys? Bill, you went traveling this week.
I did. I was in New York City.
New York City.
I actually saw a couple of cool rock and roll things. So I did get to see the Dakota building where John Lennon was shot in December 8th of 1980.
Right.
I thought it was like right on Central Park. I mean, I know it's right across. I thought it was right on the road, the street, and it isn't. It was around the corner. It wasn't really secluded, but it was around the corner. That's kind of weird. There is a memorial for him though, and the memorial is in Central Park or right on the edge of Central Park. So,
okay.
But we didn't get to go to that. But it was kind of weird when they said this is where John Lennon was shot. I was just kind of like, I don't know, like bothered me a little bit. It was like,
right.
That just kind of sucks. And I like the Beatles. I'm not a huge Beatles fan, but I think it's just the thing about, him what he meant to music and stuff like that. It was just kind of bizarre, you know. But anyway, so that was really cool. And then we did some others just stuff. But my goal going, I mean, we all kind of picked one thing we wanted to do. I really wanted to go to 23rd and 8th Street to see The Corner, where Dress to Kill was the photos were taken for Dress to Kill, and that was the thing I wanted to do. So we all three had something we really wanted to do. I did get to do that. It looked, I was literally on the corner for 5 minutes, I think at the most. And I wore my Dress to Kill shirt when I got my Dress to Kill picture taken, which I thought was pretty cool.
I saw that too. That's cool.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it used to, because it's been, there's now like a medical building behind it, but just going there and looking at the street sign and seeing it say 23rd and 8th is just kind of like, wow, this is pretty cool to be in that spot. So even all these years later, but it's kind of funny because now they're, you know, since they played Madison Square Garden earlier last week earlier this week, I guess, whenever I wasn't there and missed it. Just very ironic that it all kind of happened there, and that's where it started. And it's that area that pictures and that 23rd and 8th Street is so the area is called Chelsea. So that was, you know, Peter Criss's first band or something like that was called Chelsea. And so it just it was just really kind of cool for me. It was interesting.
You know, it's funny you're talking about that particular intersection. Several of my friends, you know, either are in the New York area or flew into New York to see the show. And Julian Gill went there, took a picture. Corey Nolan went and took pictures. You know, there were a bunch of my friends that I saw. Joe did. Yeah, all of those people. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
I bet there was like 18,000 people that day on that corner trying to take their picture.
And it's funny because I was like, I just kept posting, I'm 3 days late. I'm 3 days late. I'm 3 days late. But I got mine in, so I at least got it done. So that made me pretty happy. So
did you go by Madison Square Garden while you were there?
Yeah, we passed it on a tour we were on. And it just had been cool to see there for sure. And it was really not where I thought it would be. It was, I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. New York's kind of an odd place actually.
Right.
But yeah, those were my two musical things that happened to me over the weekend. I don't think I really had anything else that really happened from a musical perspective. But anyway, so let's talk a little bit about the Rock and Pod Expo. So the Rock and Pod Expo is coming up on August 9th and 10th. I will get to go there for a while. I wasn't sure if I was going to get to go. I had to wait and see what was going on with my youngest son and when he was going to have some things going on at college, and found out that it will be the weekend after that. So I do get to go. I'm very happy about that.
Yay.
I get to meet some people and stuff like that, which is cool.
The funny thing, hold on a second. The funniest thing about that was not the fact that you might not get to go. It was that Dennis was so upset that you weren't going to get to go.
Yeah.
I think he was more upset about it than you were.
Yeah.
No, I just think when we do stuff like this, and when we go out, especially with the podcast itself, I think it's better if we all three go at the same time. It just makes it funner.
I find humor in the strangest places.
Yeah,
I wanted to go. It's just I'm not gonna miss that other event.
It's just not the same. It's just not the same if we're not two of us go and one of us doesn't go. And, I think it's just better if we all go. So
we're like a gang. We're like a 3-man gang.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, so
they call us the Geritol Gang.
Yeah, there you go. So they announced a new artist today, Brian Damage Forsyth from the band Kicks, and Rhino Bucket. He will be there signing autographs as well. So the list keeps growing. I think we talked last week about Michael Sweet, right?
Michael Sweet, yes,
correct.
We added him. Yep.
Yeah.
So it should be really good. And if you don't,
there were some guys from Wildside too that were announced this week. Two of the guys from a band called Wildside. I don't have it up in front of me, so I don't know their names, but I did see that earlier in the week.
Yep. And then on Friday night,
things.
Friday night will be so our friends from 8 Ball, right? Alan? So our friends from 8 Ball will be there, and then there's a rock and roll residency type of event happening that night too. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So make sure you get there on the 9th, so you can make sure you get to see everything.
Absolutely.
And then we got the Indie Expo coming up on May 11th and 12th. We are not going to have a booth at that event, but it should be a great event anyway. Tommy Thayer is a headliner for that event, and there's other people doing stuff.
Chris Killick's going to be there too. John Corabi.
Oh yeah.
Bruce and John are going to do an acoustic set, I think, on Sunday night. Do some of their material, and then I think Ryan and them are going to be there doing some Kiss songs together. They're going to be playing. I can't remember who it is playing. I looked at the thing itinerary a little bit ago. I don't remember who's playing Saturday night, but they're going to have questioning. Oh, the guy from Hirsch Gardner from New England is going to be the drummer from New England. He's doing a Q&A.
Ooh, you can take your 12 records and get them autographed.
You damn right. I would love to. I would like to meet Hirsch. Fuck you. I like my New England.
I see that record every single time I go. Every time I go look for records.
Let me grab this one.
While Dennis is looking at that, and speaking of Bruce Kulick, Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown, Bob Schneider, the New Roses, Royal Bliss, and the Dead Daisies have been announced for the primary guests on the Kiss Cruise.
Let's keep it clean here. Okay, Dennis?
Oop. What the? Siri don't like the word poop. How to get poop? Somebody heard poop. Isn't it funny?
Keep it clean.
As many times as you drop the F-bomb, and Siri freaks out over the word poop. Oh, my gosh.
That's pretty funny.
Audience, you're welcome.
Hey, before we get too far away from it, because I was going to bring it up, and you just kind of slammed into this expo thing. When you did send me the pictures of the Dakota, I was very, very surprised how open that was. Remember, I told you that.
Oh yeah, it's just right on the it's right on the side street.
From whenever you see pictures of when they'll show pictures of that doorway where he got shot, I was always thinking that it was like on a side street to that building or side entrance to that building. But dude, he shot him right on the street. I mean, that doorway is right on the open street to that, right on the outside of Central Park. I mean, it's not like it's a hidden doorway.
Well, so the building sits on Central Park, and around the corner from the building on the T Street is where the entrance is. So, but it was right on the street. It wasn't
that's
like
what I'm saying.
No, it's not down some. It's not like there's a gated thing and you have to walk down and then you get to the door. No, the door is right there.
Right. I mean, it was right on the street. I was when you sent me that, because I've never seen that angle from that area, and I was really shocked when you sent that to me. I was like, man, that dude was. I mean, he was just flat out going to do it. Not worried about who's seen it or what's seen it. Jodie Foster was going to be his girl, I guess, at that point. So, but that's some messed up stuff.
Dennis, stop. You got the wrong assassin.
Oh, did I get the wrong one?
Yeah.
That was the guy who shot Reagan.
Hinckley, that's the guy that shot Reagan for Jodie Foster.
All right. I did. I get it wrong, didn't I?
We are professionals. Do not try this at home.
Hey, he was a guy with 3 names, and he shot somebody famous. So that's all I know.
So did Lee Harvey Oswald.
I just said they all had 3 names. No, anyway, when you were doing that was one of the things we don't have a guest, and I was going to bring up this kind of a short topic, just a couple deals. Since Bill's seen all these things that he's been wanting to see, what are some things that you would like to see as far as rock and roll type areas or type things that are tied into rock and roll or a band? What are some things that you would like to see?
Rock and roll landmarks.
There you go. That's what I'm getting to.
That was much quicker.
Kelly listens to the show. She goes, I know what you're saying, but you just take too long to get there.
Yes, Kelly, he does. We would agree.
So anyway, you guys, I mean, the thing is, Bill's seen a lot of my stuff already. I like to go to Red Rocks. I think
I've not seen your stuff, for the record, and I don't have any intentions of ever seeing that. So
there
you go.
I saw Poison and Slaughter and Bullet Boys at Red Rocks way back in the early 90s.
Right. I would like to see that. I would like to go to see Electric Ladyland Studios in New York. That was someplace I'd like to there. I would like to see Sound City. I'd like to go there sometime, and I know people that my friends knows the people that own it. So if I ever get out there, I can go see it. The surf ballroom, Wisconsin. Gene just played up there recently. That was a place that Buddy Holly played right before he died in that plane crash. They said that they've never changed it since that night. It looks the same as it did.
I hope
since
they
the night
painted it or something.
No, I mean, even they got the phone booth that he used at the very end. It's sealed off. The phone that he used to call his girlfriend. Because they were talking about that. Phil and them were talking about, and Ryan were like freaked out when they went up there because they were just like, oh my gosh, this is it's like a time machine kind of thing.
Well, if he called his girlfriend, I sure hope his wife didn't find out.
It's his wife or whatever it was. Yeah. Richie Valens called his girlfriend or whatever it was. Anyway.
I have to think about that for a second.
I would like to go see a show at the Budokan.
Right.
The what's that big place in Australia? You always see
Sydney Opera House.
with the Opera House.
I don't know the name of that, but I would like to go there.
It's the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
In London, is it O2?
That's
that little small venue.
Yeah, that's what Wembley. They tore Wembley down and then built O2. So.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, those three places off the top of my head, those would be some pretty cool places to go see a show.
I'd like to see one at Madison Square Garden too. Not even just Kiss, but to go to Madison Square Garden would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see something in the Whiskey A Go Go.
Yeah.
When we were in LA. Steel Panther was there one night. I probably could have went to that. I didn't go, and I really kind of, looking back, wish I would have went.
See, you got to see all those places. That's another thing I like to go out and see all those places.
Well, seeing all those places is pretty cool. I did get my picture taken with Lemmy at the Rainbow, which is Lemmy's statue, the Rainbow, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so there, we're gonna do a show at the Red Rocks this summer when we go out there. I think we're planning to do that. It'll be like the Tedeschi Truckers or something like that is who the band is that's playing there. I don't know who they are, and it doesn't matter. I'm going. I just want to go.
That'd be cool.
Ironically enough, though,
they're a very good band.
Yeah, I've heard that they are. I've heard a lot of people say that they're pretty good. But ironically, when we're there on Tuesday night, Diana Ross is playing.
Wow, I would go see that.
I would, in a heartbeat, I would go to that. But I have commitments that night, and I can't go.
Sucks.
So, I can't get out of it. So, but yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, it's Diana Ross. That would be incredible. And then it's like,
goddamn, how old is she now?
Oh, she was on the music awards not long ago.
She's got to be what, mid-70s? Look it up,
yeah.
Alan. Here, pull it up.
Look it up, Alan. Look it up.
Yeah, I thought she was looking.
I'd like to see something at the Ryman. I've never seen something at the original Ryman.
See, I have.
I know you have, and I've never
really
seen anything there before.
And it's really cool. The tour.
Yeah, I've done the tour.
Oh, yeah.
I've done the tour. Yeah. I just have not seen a show there. And then
75.
Yeah, that's younger than I thought. Okay.
Yeah. And then Madison Square Garden would be a pretty cool place to see something, for sure. So
go ahead.
No, that's. I mean, that's. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's any place else that really.
I would like to do one of those festivals too over in Europe though too. One of those.
I don't know. That doesn't.
What is it? Wacken.
Hey, you got it right.
I was getting ready to say Wacken, but
I don't have any Wacken reason.
But I would like to. I mean, just to experience something in a different country like that. I think it would be kind of cool.
I would like to experience something in a different country. I don't think I'd like it. I don't think that would be it.
You just some whacking in a different country.
That'd be fine with me. It doesn't matter. It's going to happen.
All right. You want me to show my finds for the weekend?
No, I want you to finish the other two questions.
That was it.
I thought there were three questions.
That was just something I came up with.
Oh, you came up with something on your own?
Yeah, that was something I came up with because after
People, 162 episodes, and Dennis finally gets a good idea.
I mean, I was thinking of that. I don't have that. You have that. Here it is. Where's that message? Here, let me look up my mailbox here. Agents at Rock.
Again, people, we're professionals. Don't
Yes,
try this at home.
I don't have it in here. What the hell happened to it?
All right. So just go through your albums then.
You have it? Here, somebody else looked that up.
Just go through your record. Just go through your records.
So I went record shopping on Sunday and up to my Trader Baker place up here at Apple Center. Here's what I got. I got some ZZ Top Fandango.
Back up a little bit there, Hot Rod.
ZZ Top Fandango. I got that for $9. It is I believe it's a live.
$9 too much.
It's a live. I think it's a live album though. I like
$9 too much for that.
All right, and then I got John Cougar's first album, which I think it's pretty cool.
Oh look, it's got KC-103 written on it.
I know, I seen that. Well, of course, that was an $8 buy, and then I got the Chicago Transit Authority. This is a double album.
Yeah, I've seen that around.
Actually, I got this one fairly cheap. But it's got all the. See if I know what really time it is, and along the beginnings, questions, a lot of that kind of jam shit. Which I got it for $5, a double album, so I'm pretty happy with that one. Hold on to your hats. I got some Dan Fogelberg's greatest hits, Power of Gold. You gotta like that. A little bit of Run for the Roses, same old Lang Syne. That's a $4 record, but I like Dan Fogelberg, so there you go. I got. Can't find a Linda Ronstadt when in a used record album place. There's more Linda Ronstadt records in all these places than any place ever. But this was only $3.
I think there's more New England records.
No, there's more Barry Manilow too than these.
There are. You're right. There is.
But this has got that "How Do I Make You" song, which I like that song a lot, and I got for $3. So I got it, basically bought it for one song. I got "Reach the Beach" by The Fix. That's a great
album. I picked that up
album.
a few times and put it back and pick it up, put it back.
I got it for $7. I mean, it's in really good shape. But I mean,
where are you shopping at, bro?
I know they're expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, just where are you shopping at? Where do you get them? Where are you getting them?
Trader Baker's is what I've been getting it at.
Okay, that helps me. Not at all. Is that like
it's an
antique mall kind of thing?
Yeah. Okay. Right up here in Newburgh. It's where your father-in-law got those Kiss records.
Oh no, he got them in
Boonville, he said, but that place is closed now. But it's the same place.
Oh, okay.
But this got Saved by Zero, One Thing Leads to Another, so that's not too bad. Now we're getting to the creme de la creme. Got me another copy of. I got this for $8.50, and that's not bad. I mean, it's
worth it.
It's in really good plastic. The cover's in real good shape, and the record's in real good shape. So anyway, I bought that. Like that. Wanted another copy. Replaced another copy of what I had. I got Land of Rhythm Sections, Champagne Jam. This is a really good album. I got it for $3, and it's like brand new. And it replaces the one that I got that's scratched up and used to be hell. Got for $4.50. Got Island Girl on it.
I love that song.
I know I laughed because I picked that up and put it back.
Oh, did you?
Now, does that also have Grow Some Funk of Your Own on it? Is that on the same album?
Yes, it does.
I love those two songs.
So anyway, it's one of those things for for $3.50. It's not a bad deal, and it's real good shape too. It's real good shape.
That'll be worth $20 after that new record, after the movie comes out.
Some Olivia. Of course, this has got A Little More Love, which I love that song, and got this for $3.
Does she sing? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I still love her. Anyway, another good find. A little diver down, $8, and it's in really good shape. So I'm pretty happy with this one. That's one I haven't had since cassette. I haven't had it on disc or anything. And then I got another Babies album, Head First, and it's in really good shape.
That's a good record.
Actually got it for $5. Yeah, it's got Head First. Every Time I Think of You is on there. It's decent album. So anyway, that's what I got. So I got 13 albums for $72. So it's not, I don't figure that's too bad. The guy in front of me had $170 worth of records. Had a stack that thick and had some really good shit. Had a bunch of Cheap Trick, had some Zeppelin and shit. I'm like, oh damn it! Should have got here a little bit earlier.
Should have kicked him in the leg and took his records.
Yeah, no kidding. But it was a pretty good day. Like I said, I got late start and I should have went earlier, but there's another girl, like I said, around the corner that's got a little bit. This one guy's got a lot of decent stuff, but he's a little high on his stuff. But this other girl, that's where I got those ones for. I got the Van Halens and then the the Livy's and stuff, and the Elton for $3, whatever.
Yeah, the last ones I bought, I think were I got Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll. I think I got it for $6.
That's
I
not
got
bad.
I got the I got the Alice Cooper Show,
Right. I love that.
which is that was in great shape.
See, I
got it.
need a new copy of that.
Yeah, and I got it for $4, I think.
Oh shit, that's good.
And then I bought another one. I can't remember what the other one was I bought. Let me see if I can figure out.
So I'm ended up right now.
I think I posted it, but
I'm replacing like anything I see that's really good shape, like that Atlanta Rhythm section. I love that record, and it's like, damn, I need a new copy of it. Still, god damn it, I'm going to end up probably having to buy a new 180 grain, but I want Hotel California, and I can't find that thing anywhere.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times. If I see it, I'll pick it up.
If it's decent, if it's a decent copy, please.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm trying to remember I got Loverboy's. Crap. Keep It Up. That was last. That was it. So I got those 3. I mean, I got good prices on those. There had other stuff, but it's kind of like, another record I've thought about buying is Jackson Browne. I see that record all the time.
Running on Empty.
Yeah, and I think about buying that all the time. And I'm like,
awesome.
That and Steely Dan's Aja. I think about buying that one all the time.
I think I have 2 copies of that.
But there's some of those are just 100. And I did pick up that Elton John one, and I put it back. I was like, nah.
It was funny. I did post a thing Sunday saying that I was up here, bruising through albums, and then a friend of mine I went to grade school with, she posted on Facebook. She says, my brother has got a store in Louisville. He just moved.
Oh yeah, you said that, yeah.
So I'm going to go up there and check that out. It's Mark Anthony's record shop. And
I remember you saying that.
It's actually up in the Highlands, but it's before you get into, where we were at.
Yeah.
You get to that Y where the old there was that bar there on the corner. But anyway, you go a little bit, about another 2 blocks. That's where his record shop's at. So I want to check that out. And did you find those questions that?
I didn't find them. You found them? All right, man.
Question number 1. What is your favorite guilty pleasure / band / singer? The ones you don't want anyone to know about. Oh, and these questions, by the way, come from Brian Harris.
All right. Well, we had a whole show on that, but we
did have that.
Of course, mine's just yacht rock in period. I mean, it's just I like that type, that 70s gold kind of whatever you want, or AM gold, whatever you want to call it. The Dan Fogelbergs and all that shit.
I think for me, it's some of that late or that 90s country stuff, because I just totally ditched the whole rock scene when hair metal fell apart and it turned into everybody hating music and wearing flannel. I was like, I'm out.
If I'm gonna wear flannel, I'm gonna put on a goddamn cowboy hat.
I'm drinking beer, driving a truck, and killing a dog. By God. So I think that's for me. I mean, I like a lot of that stuff. It's kind of funny because Noah the other day was listening to something, and they made a Brooks and Dunn reboot where they've taken a couple of newer artists and they've done duets with Brooks and Dunn, or I guess trios.
I heard somebody say
it's
something.
Really good. It's really pretty good.
I was just going to mention that.
Somebody said something the other day about Brooks and Dunn as the country version of Hall & Oates.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Didn't one of those guys pass away?
No, that was Montgomery Gentry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was one of the Brooks.
So it's yeah. So that's probably it for me. I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
I really can't say that I have a favorite guilty pleasure, because I don't give a shit if anybody likes what I'm listening to or not.
Yeah, I don't either.
I guess if I had to pick somebody, it would probably be Manilow, and that's just because I work at a public library, and they have a Friends of the Library book sale, and they have CDs and stuff. And I saw Greatest Hits, Barry Manilow Greatest Hits CD one day for $2, so I grabbed it and bought it. And one of my coworkers was just...
You should have.
She was flabbergasted because I listened to rock and metal that I bought a Barry Manilow CD.
It is funny. People think that all the time. If I say, if you ever pick up my phone and look through my phone at what I have on there, you would never in a million years guess that I'm a huge Kiss fan.
Unless you know that stuff. And look at my list of last listened songs, and it's just bizarre.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, it's
And
kind of funny that
everybody's
people
a
think
fan
that.
of Low. So sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Low.
Question
All right.
number 2. What was your very first concert that you can remember going to? Mine would be Kiss, 1987, Crazy Nights Tour, Robert Stadium, Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah, mine was Kiss, January 22nd, 23rd, 1978, Robert Stadium. That was the Alive 2 tour my dad took me. So my dad took me to my first one, and next Friday night, not this coming Friday night, but next Friday night, I'm going with my dad to see Kiss for the last time.
That's cool.
As together that we'll ever get to see together.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
with my
cool.
dad, my sister, and my brothers.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Mine
you know
was,
what my second show was? You know what my second
Kiss.
show was?
Kiss.
Alice Cooper.
There you go.
That's not bad.
Kiss.
Not
That's
bad.
a pretty good gig, man.
Oh shit. No, mine was I was a late bloomer, so mine was I went to see Rush on the Signal tour. That was Halloween night, 1982. Rory Gallagher opened up for him.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first. Like I said, my mom and dad wouldn't let me go. I was in my senior winter. It was fall of my senior year, and we all drove to.
Same.
I think
same for me, man.
$10.50 we paid for tickets. Actually, I take that back. It was $9.50. Yeah, I just couldn't because my parents weren't going to take me, and they wouldn't let me go with anybody. So, because I remember when Kiss came to that show you saw with your dad, I wanted to go to that show so bad. And my parents were like, "There's no way."
We left early from that show. I never got to see the end of that show. And my dad, I told him the other day when I talked to him, I said, "I'm going to tell you right now,
we're leaving early." Leaving early.
We are leaving before the. I told him that. I said, "We're leaving early," and he goes, "Why would we leave early?" I said, "Because you drug my ass out of there at the age of 12 or 11, whatever, so that you could beat the traffic. And we lived 3 blocks, a block and a half from the damn place. So I don't know why you did that. Anyway, so I told him we were leaving early. We could see the end."
That's funny.
All right, final question. What is your favorite Kiss song by each member? Now, I'm going to go on a limb here and say that he's referring to the 4 original members and not Eric Carr or Eric Singer or Tommy Thayer.
Yeah, that's okay.
Or Bruce Kulick. He had a song on Carnival of Soul.
Yeah.
All right.
For me, my favorite Gene song is Calling Dr. Love. My favorite Paul song would be Love Gun. Ace song would be Rocket Ride. And my favorite Peter Criss song is probably Dirty Livin'.
Wow, that was
if
quick.
if we're gonna do it,
do some homework.
If we're gonna do it if we're not gonna use the solo albums, if we're gonna use just
actually,
just
no, I did not do my homework. I knew the Gene, Paul, and Ace off the top of my head, but the Peter I had to think about real quick. I was thinking about the Peter.
I mean, I just listened.
Me would be Aces would be Save Your Love. Peter's would be Getaway. These are ones that they sang on, right? Not the ones that they wrote, because
I would assume that he also means that they sang.
Okay. Paul, I would say. God, there's just so many. It would be hard to.
Yeah, I
don't know.
that.
I mean, I Love Her All I Can. I mean, I like stuff like that, that early stuff. I mean, that's all I could think of, because it's a cool vocal. Gene.
When You Wish Upon a Star.
No. Yeah, that ain't it.
You know what? I like Gene's. I like his softer voice. So We Are One. I always like Gene's voice in that. So that's what I'm going to say. Just to be weird. I like that song. You know,
no, I like that. No, I do like that song.
That's
people think that record's horrible. I don't really think that record's horrible. I think it's got good stuff on it. I mean, you know what I think's the worst record. So there we go.
When I first got that album, Max was I was picking up from daycare from school and stuff. And every time he'd get in the car, he wanted to hear that song. And he'd sing along with it. He loved that song. And it's just one of those ones. I don't know. I like that song. I wish that Gene would just sing that on his solo tour. I think they could have pulled that off. Anyway.
Well, the band could have pulled it off because I think they can play anything. That,
But the Paul thing, it's a hard. My God, he sings so many good things. It's hard to pick one. I don't know why I said "Love Her All I Can," I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna struggle here. I think my favorite Gene song is "Unholy." I think for me that is
good.
That is to me that is Gene. That is the Gene that to me that's just the epitome of his character and the whole thing. So for me, that was an easy one.
See, I was thinking Hate, same deal. It's this.
So it's either Unholy or the other one I would pick would be Two Timer, because that's one of my favorite songs. And it's simple, but it's just so him. It's just like, it's just so him. Paul, I would definitely say something off the solo record, because I like the stuff off the solo record better. Probably.
If we could use solo record, then I could.
No, I mean, you could pick any song. You could pick anything. Okay. I mean, I'm just picking.
I was trying to stay away from them. Okay.
Yeah, so if you stay away from them, I'm gonna say "Do You Love Me," because that's my favorite. That's my favorite Kiss song. So that'd be my favorite Paul song. Favorite Peter song is probably "Strange Ways." I think I like that song. And I don't like Beth at all. Or Hard Luck Woman. I like Hard Luck Woman.
Yeah,
so
that's a good one too.
I like that too. And then Ace. I like "Rip It Out." That
was a strong number 2.
Yeah, that's just for me, that's just a really good song. I like that song a lot. Actually, we went back to the solo record, right? That whole record, and I never really thought that was my favorite Kiss solo record, but man, it's hard between him and Paul. I really struggle with which one of those two I like better, because it depends on what day I'm listening to it. But that'd be it. If I didn't have to pick a song off that, I would pick. I like Two Sides of the Coin. So there's another song I like of Aces. So there you go. I picked 14 songs.
Like I said, I like both those ones off Dynasty, either Save Your Love or Hard Times. Both of those are really good songs.
Yeah, I like Hard Times too. Yeah. So
so for those of you listening, send us your question. Our email address is contact@agesofrock.com. We'd like to get you more involved with the show. Send us questions, and we'll see if we can ask them and make ourselves look even more stupid than we already look.
Cool. They don't have to be Kiss.
And it's not hard.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. All right. So we got anything else?
Right. I don't know. I think that's
about it
short
for the
show
week.
this week.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Short show. It's over 40 minutes, so it's not too short.
And
Wow,
we're going
that's
to
what
be
she
seeing
said.
Kiss.
Huh?
This will be out Thursday. Al and I will be seeing Kiss on Tuesday.
That is
So
correct.
we have to figure when we're recording, because I'm going to be gone Thursday. So
There might not be a show next week, y'all.
Well, maybe recording tomorrow night.
it's a Kiss week.
I don't know about tomorrow night. I might have a nap to take or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Depends on it. We got a guest that maybe.
All right.
maybe
We'll see what happens.
We'll have to figure it out.
Anyway.
Okay. All right, folks. Check
Thanks,
us out on agesofrock.com. Hit all of our social media, Stitcher Radio, all of that good stuff. Till next week. Peace out. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.